Hey everybody, what up? It is Scuff D here, recording from an undisclosed location, which is really the same location I'm always in. Talking about some legions today. Today's the day. The Alpha Legion are here. Their trade is secrets. Their tactics are many, mysterious, and altogether ooky. It's been a very busy week for myself. I initially wanted to do some deck building stuff and I'd just been sidelined by work, and I woke up this morning, and before I knew it, the Alpha Legion were already here, and I spent some gold, and I got some cards, and then I didn't have any time with work and everything to actually play them until just these last couple hours, and between the event and people jostling on ladder, I really haven't engaged in too many games with actual people. It's just been bot games, and which is fine because it's a growing process. I've got to figure out how cards work and everything. Very interesting. I like the style. I like the new dynamic to it. I don't know how it will fit yet, and that's down the road. I'm still having fun and toying with the Iron Warriors. So it's just kind of a short video, kind of a short status update as far as where things are at. The Alpha Legion are here. There appear to be a variety of various bug issues affecting gameplay, affecting certain cards. So some of the cards aren't quite working like the way they're supposed to. It's typical, and not necessarily in a negative way, but I mean in terms of new content, new updates, especially in this regard where this Legion is bringing a new mechanic into the fold. That makes sense that things aren't quite working right, and they're working to get a patch updated on that relatively quickly. So take that as it is. That's why I'm kind of holding off on doing anything heavy into the Iron Warriors and the Alpha Legion, talking about them, because things may be subject to change just yet. I'm going to give it another week or so, and then maybe do a card by card for the Iron Warriors, because I do have some thoughts. I do enjoy what I've got so far. And for those who watched the crate opening video, the massive cock block that I got on the crate opening, that was rough, and turned out that it became a known issue. A lot of players were affected with that, especially in the early hours of the Legion's release. So you contact the dev team and notified them. They looked at the account activity and they saw that I should have received a couple legendaries. So I did get some compensation for that, which is good. It was good on their part that they made it right and they addressed the issue. And hopefully, if you haven't been aware of that, and you found yourself on the initial day opening a lot of Iron Warriors crates and you didn't receive any legendaries, contact support, let them know, have them take a look at it, and they may be able to determine if you should have received something or not. That's not a given. They fixed the issue since then. I did not have that issue with the Alpha Legion crates. I did receive a couple Alpha Legion legendaries. I received a couple duplicates as well when I opened up stuff today, but it's there. So yeah, I'm just trying to wrap my mind around the cards. I'm trying to wrap my mind around the nobody wants to just look at a blank screen and hear me talk. You know, I've got two warlords. I've got Armilis Dynat. He's got a nice little ability here, deals 2 damage to a troop and stuns it. And Ingo Peck, who really plays with the secret order concept, and then you've got traps, and you've got jacking up the opponent's deck. I've played some very interesting games so far where, I mean, it looks like I don't know what I'm doing, and I think one of the most epic games I had, and I should have taken some screenshots of it, was I was down to 4 health and the other warlord was up at 34 health out of 35, and a full board on their side, and in 2 turns I won the game because of the traps and some key troops. So, the thing with that is then it's like you you yourself don't even see them coming. You can load the opponent's deck up with traps and hope that they draw them, but beyond that, you still need to control the board. So I'm still wrapping my head around it, and I'm sure a lot of people are too. I'll try to take some notes here in the next week, and so by the time I do discuss the Alpha Legion, I'll have some thoughts. I mean, there's a lot that's already kind of, if you're in the community and you have some people in your lodge talking about it. Sorry about the voice here. I'm trying to get a little bit louder and getting over a cold too, so that doesn't help. Yeah, so that's a lot. It's a lot to wrap my head around, and then I've got an event to dive into and try to get some points here. I currently just started the event today, so we'll have to get into it and see how things go. Anyways, I don't have much other news to report. I wanted to go in and talk about some decks and do a couple little deck profiles. And if I do, I'll make those little short videos. I really want more deck space because I ran out of decks to make for all my Iron Warriors and all my Alpha Legion and all my Raven Guard. I had to delete decks. That makes me sad. I didn't want to delete decks. I don't want to delete decks. I put a lot of time to do them, and as you can see, I like to line them up. I like to be anal like that. And line them up and make them look pretty. Make them look pretty. And if I have to delete one of these guys up top, then there's a giant hole there, and then I have to go and delete all the other decks to move it around to make it line up when I rebuild a Tarek or an Abaddon deck. So I hope in the next update that they make to the game, they add some more deck slots for everybody, because there's new decks coming, and we still have the Night Lords to go. So yeah. In terms of content, this video is a little short, just kind of a status update. It's been over a week, I think, since the last video I did. I have been playing the Iron Warriors, not necessarily exclusively, but pretty aggressively, and having some pretty good run with it. And it doesn't look like there's anything major flawed with them or that needs to be addressed. So I think I'll probably do an Iron Warriors card by card here in a week, and then maybe tomorrow's the weekend. Finally, my work week is over. My head can clear, my mind can wrap around things, and maybe I can do some deck profiles. Some of these decks have been around for a while. Some of them need to be slightly updated with a couple of cards I've picked up since then, and some of them just are obsolete, but I keep them around anyways. I don't want to do a deck that everybody sees all the time, but at the same time, I feel like, especially for the new players, and I try to do a lot of things for new entry players in terms of explaining. I think some of these videos, some of these decks might be necessary to do. I'm not going to do a Loken. Maybe I'll do a Loken. Thinking to myself, maybe I'll do a Loken. I don't know. I'll start with Loken and then Abaddon. Maybe I'll just go down the list. That seems like an awful waste of time to play decks that I don't want to play. I don't want to do Mandrag. I would really like to. Actually, that would be the initial one I would go for, is the Captured Mandragorax. But given that it is a legendary, I don't want to do a legendary neutral deck with a lot of legendary and epic cards in it, because it's kind of off-putting. It's like, look at, this is the only way to make this deck work, or one of the many ways to make it work, but you still need this epic warlord, and if you don't have it, then why are you even watching? Might do a Medusan video. I don't know. I'm going to put names in a hat maybe, and I'll just draw things out. Anyways, that's it. That's it for me. I'm going to keep this short and brief. Quick shout out to everybody out there who's been watching, and thank you for paying attention. There's no notifications popping up just because it's late at night, and I'm in my secret undisclosed location, and my bum is okay. So in case you were wondering, it's okay. And that's where I'm gonna leave it at that. So anyways, yeah, look for something. Look for something in the next couple of days, and if you haven't already, dive into Alpha Legion. There's something else that's really interesting. I could be for you, it could be what you're looking for, or it could be just something different to play. Don't get frustrated with it. Because they play differently, or if you're playing against them, they play differently. Don't get frustrated with it. Enjoy the experience and kind of take it in and learn from it. If anything else, learn from it, because there's a lot of subtleties with that, just different ways. I mean, like literally mind games that you can play. Bluffing is an option to some regard with some of these cards. So maybe we'll discuss that soon. Hopefully so. I hope everything's working out. I hope you guys got good pulls on them. If you haven't already, get it. Get some Alpha Legion. All right, everybody. That's it for me. Thanks for watching. Keep playing Legions, and we'll talk to you later. All right, bye.